Precious one, do not move your finger. Stop right here and hear me. Do not skim the next sentence. This specific moment on your screen is not random. It is not some coincidence of a social platform. Heaven has bent the rules of time to place this urgent message directly in your path, and if you scroll away now, you will miss the shift I orchestrated. I need your attention right now, not tomorrow, not next week. The heaviness you woke up with today is not natural. It is an alarm bell ringing in the spiritual realm. I know you feel it. I know the quiet fear creeping into your chest. But I am stepping into your storm today not to give you a map, but to give you my presence. Stay with me. You feel that invisible tension. It follows you everywhere you go. The quiet and persistent heaviness in your chest makes you feel like something is wrong. You think you are losing your mind. You think your faith is failing. But your physical body is not betraying you. Do not skip this message. I am about to reveal the hidden truth behind your deep exhaustion. Let me speak to something tender now, something you have carried quietly for so long. I saw you sitting on the edge of the bed this morning. The house was quiet, and you were just staring at nothing. The crushing weight of your daily responsibilities was already sitting heavily on your shoulders before you even opened your eyes. The weight is real. You swallowed your tears. You forced yourself to get up. You had to be strong for everyone else in the morning. You smiled to keep others comfortable, while your own tired spirit is breaking quietly in the dark because you have absolutely no one to lean on right now. No one sees how close you are to breaking down. But I do. I count every silent tear. I see the tired caregiver who never gets to rest. You are exhausted. You are tired of being the strong one. You are tired of bleeding to prove you care. You feel like a broken vessel. And lately, the fog in your mind has been so unbelievably thick. The constant forgetfulness frustrates you. You overthink every tiny decision until your head actually hurts. You are terrified that one wrong step will ruin the beautiful destiny I have for you, and so you live in a constant state of exhausting survival mode. Your nervous system no longer knows how to recognize peace. You are waiting for the next bad news to drop. But hear my voice clearly. You cannot ruin what I have called you to just by being human. Breathe with me. That tension is not anxiety. It is spiritual bracing. Your deep intuition is picking up on a massive and unseen shift. You are a true seer. Your spirit knows it. You feel the shift before it actually happens. That is exactly why your chest is tight. The enemy wants you to think this is just severe depression. The adversary wants you to stay in bed and surrender. He wants you to give up entirely, because he wants you to believe that you are completely alone in this silent spiritual battle. He is terrified of the incredible destiny written on your life. He is panicking. He is attacking your peace because you are absolutely dangerous to his dark kingdom. You are the cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. Do not forget this. The intense pressure you feel is the first sign of a massive breakthrough. The spiritual warfare around you is intense right now. But you do not need to fight this alone anymore. I am drawing a protective bloodline around your mind. I am breaking through the loud noise of your busy day. Pause exactly where you are. Unclench your tight jaw. Take one slow breath. Let your heavy shoulders fall. Exhale the anxiety. The heavy fog is about to lift. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly why the door has been temporarily closed. I will show you how to claim your profound peace. Stay in this holy room with me. Do not let the distraction of this loud world pull your eyes away from what I am revealing to you. Let me speak to the lonely hours. The house finally goes quiet. Everyone else is fast asleep, and you are left completely alone with your racing thoughts, while the heavy silence of the night feels absolutely suffocating. You stare at the dark ceiling. You replay every single mistake. The weight of survival presses down hard on your tired chest. You try to pray for peace. You whisper broken words into the dark room, but the warm tears come long before the words can even form on your lips. The tears roll down your face. You bite your lip hard. You cry as quietly as possible because you do not want to wake anyone up, and you definitely do not want anyone to ask what is wrong. Explaining your pain takes too much energy, and they never truly understand your heart anyway. So you swallow the heavy tears. You wipe your face in the dark. You force yourself to sleep. And when the busy morning comes, you put on your brave face again. You step out of your room with a bright smile, and you make sure everyone else has exactly what they need for the day. You pour from an empty cup. You are the strong one. You are the reliable one. People bring their heavy burdens to you, and you carry them quietly, without a single complaint. But who carries you when your legs are shaking? Who holds you when your spirit is completely shattered? You give out so much love, while you secretly starve for just a tiny drop of true understanding. I see the tired caregiver in you. I see how deeply you love. You bend over backwards to keep the peace in your family. You compromise your own boundaries. You agree to things you hate just to avoid a bitter argument. You are terrified of disappointing the people around you, so you simply suffer in silence while you let them cross your sacred lines again and again. But this extreme pleasing is destroying your holy vessel. The deep pressure you feel is the heavy cost of carrying other people. You feel a constant urge to explain yourself. You want to prove that your heart is clean when they totally misunderstand you. You craft long messages in your head because you desperately want to defend your true intentions to them. Do not send that message. Do not waste your sacred energy on people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your time of performing innocence is officially over. Lay down your heavy defense. Unclench your jaw right now. Take one slow breath. Let your tired shoulders fall. You have been carrying entirely too much weight in your fragile mouth. Let the physical tension melt away from your neck. Breathe out the heavy guilt you have been carrying for them. It is not your job to fix every broken person in your life. You are a human being. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to say no without feeling a crushing sense of shame, because heaven does not require you to be a perpetual martyr. I have recorded every single time you were the bigger person. I saw every time you bit your tongue to keep the fragile peace. The world may take your quiet sacrifice for granted, but heaven keeps a meticulous record of your silent pain. The Father sees the massive toll it takes on your physical body. The deep ache in your bones is not a medical mystery. It is a profound spiritual symptom. You have absorbed the toxic energy of the world around you. Your highly sensitive spirit acts exactly like a sponge. You soak up the hidden pain of others, and then you wonder why you feel so incredibly heavy all the time. This is the heavy burden of the seer. You feel the absolute truth in a room. You know their secrets before they even speak, and this profound knowing makes you feel so incredibly isolated. You look around and wonder why no one else sees the truth. You wonder why you are the only one fighting for genuine connection. Do not scroll away from this validation. Hold this sentence. Your heavy tears are actually holy water washing away the old season. I need you to understand something very clearly today. You have been looking at your deep exhaustion through the completely wrong lens. You call it a massive failure. You think the heavy sadness is permanent depression. The world tells you that your mind is deeply broken, but they do not understand the hidden architecture of this exact spiritual moment. You thought this heavy season was a harsh punishment. You believed the dark lie that your faith was simply too weak. And so you carry an incredible amount of heavy guilt every single day, while you constantly compare your messy behind the scenes to everyone else's perfect highlight reel. You try to pray louder to fix yourself. You beg the Father to take it away, but you are begging for the wrong thing entirely. The intense emotions you are feeling right now are not a sickness. They are not a sign of spiritual weakness at all. The deep heaviness in your chest is actually the physical pressure of a massive shift happening right now in the unseen realm. Your human body is simply trying to process a profound heavenly upgrade. Remember the mystery symptom I mentioned earlier? The unexplainable fatigue that makes you want to hide from the world is not a mental collapse. It is holy compression. Heaven is pouring a massive new calling into your life, and your fragile earthly vessel is stretching painfully to hold the heavy glory of your upcoming harvest season. This is exactly where many chosen ones turn back. They feel the intense ache and immediately call it a fatal mistake. They listen to the subtle whispers of the enemy and believe they are entirely disqualified from the blessing. But you must stop agreeing with the loud voice of the adversary. You are absolutely not failing. Hear my voice clearly. You cannot ruin your beautiful destiny just by being a tired human being. Stop blaming yourself for feeling exhausted. Stop carrying the heavy shame of not being perfectly happy every single day, because heaven does not expect a flawless performance from a wounded warrior. I just need your sincere proximity. The darkness you feel around you is not a deep grave. You have not been buried by your difficult circumstances. You have been planted like a powerful seed. The heavy darkness is simply the rich soil of your holy incubation, and the seed must break open violently before the glorious harvest can finally emerge into the brilliant light. The intense brain fog you experience is part of this exact process. Your mind feels completely scattered because your spiritual frequency is drastically recalibrating. Your old survival patterns are dying off entirely. You are stepping out of the exhausting wilderness, and your tired nervous system is literally rewiring itself to handle the massive wealth coming your way. The adversary desperately wants to put a permanent label on you. He uses clinical words to convince you that you are fundamentally broken. He wants you to believe you will always feel this heavy, because he knows that a discouraged heir will never claim their massive inheritance. But I am totally stripping that toxic label off your life today. You are the true cycle breaker of your family line. You are the chosen elite. A spiritual warrior takes heavy hits in the dark, unseen trenches. Your current exhaustion is just the holy sweat of a fierce spiritual battle. The heavy armor you wear is finally starting to feel too tight, and the old skin is shedding away. Breathe out that heavy guilt right now. Your unanswered prayers were never a harsh rejection. Your deep exhaustion is not a sign of weak faith. You are simply sitting in the holy transition room. Hold that sentence, and do not let it slide past you. I am about to reveal the unseen truth behind your current storm. Let me speak to the quiet panic now. The sudden wave of intense anxiety hits you for absolutely no reason. You are just sitting in your room. Nothing bad has actually happened today. But your heart starts racing fast. Your chest tightens, and you feel a profound sense of impending doom creeping into your mind while you stare blankly at the wall. You check your phone constantly. You pace across the floor. You wonder where this terrible nervous restlessness is actually coming from. You try to take a deep breath to calm your racing heart, but the intense feeling of invisible danger simply refuses to leave your tired body. Is your physical health finally breaking down under the heavy pressure? Do not ignore this strange symptom. And then comes the thick cognitive haze. You forget basic tasks. You feel completely disconnected from your own reality. It feels like your brain is wrapped in heavy cotton, and you cannot seem to find the right words no matter how hard you try to focus. You lose your train of thought completely in the middle of a simple conversation. The frustration builds up. You feel like a total failure, but the pain does not stop with your mind. There is a deeper wound, bleeding quietly inside you. You are carrying the heavy burden of being misunderstood. People look at your isolation, and they assume the absolute worst about your character. They judge your quiet season from the outside, and they twist your pure intentions into something dark without asking about your hidden pain. You hear the cruel whispers. You see the silent judgment in their eyes. The intense urge to defend yourself rises up in your throat like a hot fire. You want to scream the truth. You desperately want to lay out all the facts. You rehearse the perfect explanation in the shower every single morning, hoping that one day they will finally offer you the sincere apology you actually deserve. But heaven has required your total silence, and staying quiet while being falsely accused is the hardest thing you have ever done. It physically hurts your chest. You watch them walk away with a completely false narrative about your life. You feel utterly betrayed by the very people you once sacrificed everything to fiercely protect, and the deep injustice makes you want to break down and weep. I see the massive injustice you are carrying. I know how badly you want to clear your good name. The false accusations feel like heavy chains wrapped around your weary soul. You constantly ask why you must endure this brutal character assassination. You wonder if this profound humiliation will ever actually come to an end, or if you will live under this dark cloud forever. The profound loneliness of being a seer is deeply overwhelming. You can clearly see the hidden motives of the people who betrayed you. But you are not allowed to expose them. You must sit quietly in the heavy tension while the adversary uses cruel words to test your spiritual endurance. Do not let the distraction of their loud lies pull you out of your divine alignment today. This is exactly why your mind feels so entirely shattered. The thick brain fog and the strange nervous energy are direct responses to this quiet trauma. You are surviving a covert spiritual war. Your physical body is keeping a detailed score of every single unspoken defense, and the massive internal pressure manifests as physical exhaustion. Hold that thought tightly right now. Do not let their harsh judgment convince you that you are entirely broken. The heavy fog in your mind is not a permanent state. The intense racing of your heart is not your final destination. I need you to listen carefully to the next revelation, because the unseen truth behind this season will completely shatter your false guilt. I will show you why this brutal warfare was authorized. I need you to understand the beautiful science of your profound exhaustion today. The heavy fog in your mind is not a mental collapse. It is the intense physiological weight of carrying a massive spiritual calling inside a fragile human body. Your two brain hemispheres are disconnecting under the immense pressure of waiting for the shift. Your nervous system is heavily bracing for a heavenly upgrade. Do not call yourself broken when you are simply under holy compression. Your physical body is reacting perfectly to a massive spiritual frequency change. It takes incredible energy to break a generational curse. Your cells are completely rewiring themselves right now, and this deep exhaustion is the physical proof of your massive internal transformation. Stop judging your completely tired vessel. Remember the intense injustice and the heavy burdens you carry for everyone else. You always wondered why you must endure this constant emotional crushing. I will tell you the absolute truth today. You carry it because your deep intuition as a seer literally absorbs the unseen pain of others. You are functioning as a powerful spiritual shield for your entirely unaware family. You feel their hidden pain because heaven gave you a highly sensitive radar. This is not a harsh curse. It is the incredibly rare mark of the chosen elite. You are actively feeling the spiritual warfare in the room before it even manifests in the physical realm. That is exactly why your body shakes with unexplained anxiety. You are physically detecting the hidden spiritual enemy. The adversary knows exactly how powerful your sensitive spirit truly is. He is absolutely terrified of the massive wealth and influence you are about to manage. So he relentlessly attacks your physical body. He sends waves of nervous panic to distract you. He creates thick cognitive fog because he desperately wants you to drop your sword and surrender. He wants you totally confused. The enemy did not target your mind because you are terribly weak. He attacked your sharp focus because he knows you are a massive threat to his dark kingdom. He uses your physiological exhaustion to whisper dark lies about your bright destiny. He tells you that your faith is completely shattered. But he is a desperate liar trying to stop an absolutely unstoppable heir. Your time of believing his toxic lies is officially over. You are stepping out of the exhausting survival mode and taking back your supreme spiritual authority. If your spirit confirms this profound vindication, gently press the like button right now. This is your physical covenant with heaven today. It is your signed decree that you fully accept your true royal identity. But there is another painful layer beneath this intense, unseen warfare. It is very easy to talk about spiritual attacks, but it is much harder to endure the agonizing silence of heaven. You have been crying out for an immediate rescue. You ask why the Father remains completely quiet while the enemy relentlessly attacks your mind and your good reputation. The silence feels like cold betrayal. You thought the heavy silence meant I was terribly angry with you. You believed the quietness was a harsh punishment for your past human mistakes. You wonder why the breakthrough is constantly delayed while wicked people seem to prosper easily. Why does the promised harvest require so much brutal waiting in the dark? Do not scroll away from this exact divine moment. The divine delay is not a cruel rejection at all. The heavy silence is part of a magnificent and highly complex heavenly strategy. Before this short message ends, I am going to reveal the shocking architecture of this quiet season. I will show you exactly what I am doing behind the dark spiritual curtain. Stay in this holy room with me. Child, hear me closely today. I am breaking through the noise around you right now. You feel an immense and crushing pressure building up inside your chest. Every single day feels completely overwhelming. You are standing right on the fragile edge of giving up. The heavy compression in your spirit has reached an absolute maximum level, and you wonder how much more you can actually take before you break. This intense pressure is the threshold of your massive breakthrough. The adversary is throwing his final and most vicious attacks at your tired mind. He wants you to quit right before the door finally swings open. He uses the brutal pain of the present moment to blind you completely. He wants you to believe that you have been totally abandoned by heaven in your darkest hour. But I need to completely shift your perspective on my quietness today. You thought my silence meant I was fiercely angry with you. You thought your current delay was a harsh punishment for not having enough strong faith. You sat in the dark and cried out for an immediate rescue. You begged me to speak a single word to comfort your heavily wounded soul, while the heavy weight of the world slowly crushed your tired spirit. But you only heard silence. That is a cruel lie planted by the enemy. The profound silence of heaven is absolutely never a rejection of your prayers. You thought I was ignoring your deep pain, but I was actually incredibly busy working behind the scenes for you. I have been aggressively clearing out the toxic people and the hidden traps from your upcoming future because I refuse to let them steal what belongs to you. My silence is my fierce protection. I could not bless you in the same room with your secret enemies. They would have stolen your massive harvest the moment it arrived. So I kept you waiting in the dark and confusing hallway. I let the delay stretch out so the wrong people would finally reveal their true motives and walk away, leaving you completely safe to receive your blessing. I am completely sweeping your future clean today. The painful isolation was entirely necessary for your ultimate survival. You had to be separated from the crowd to receive your supreme anointing. The people who left you in this hard season were never meant to carry the heavy weight of your next chapter. Stop mourning the loss of connections that were actually suffocating your spiritual growth. The quiet delay just saved your life. Your unexplainable exhaustion is simply the physical proof that the old cycle is dead. You are no longer the broken vessel wandering in the harsh wilderness. You are stepping directly into the season of divine manifestation, but you cannot walk into massive wealth carrying the exact same beggar mindset. You need a completely new key to unlock the heavy door standing in front of you. How do you finally escape this brutal, invisible cycle of lack? How do you officially cross the threshold without losing your mind to the enemy? The answer is not praying harder or working yourself to the bone. I am about to place a specific mandate directly into your hand. It is a powerful strategy the enemy desperately hoped you would never learn, and it will change your life forever. Do not turn away right now. Hold your ground firmly in this holy space. The heavy compression is about to release completely. The long season of brutal waiting and silent tears is officially coming to a permanent end. I am going to show you exactly how to change your posture. You must learn how to shift your mindset to receive the massive blessing. Listen closely as I reveal the ultimate truth of your royal identity. The enemy wants you to remain a tired victim. He wants you to stay on the floor and weep over the spilled milk of your past mistakes. But heaven is officially calling you to stand up tall today. The massive shift requires your absolute and complete participation. Prepare your heart for the profound revelation that will permanently sever the heavy chains of your old generational debt. Let me speak directly to the heavy guilt you carry. You constantly replay your past mistakes in your mind. You think your imperfections have disqualified you from the blessing. The enemy uses your human struggles to convince you that heaven has turned away, but my grace is absolutely larger than your deepest flaws. I do not need your flawless perfection today. I only need your sincere proximity. You cannot ruin your destiny just by being a fragile human. For years, You have been standing at the counter of heaven like a tired beggar. You plead for tiny crumbs of peace. You promise to work harder and sacrifice more, hoping desperately that I might finally notice your painful struggle in the dark. You treat your prayers like a stressful financial transaction. You think you must earn my love through endless suffering. But transactional religion is a cruel lie designed to keep you trapped in deep anxiety, and I am officially tearing up that toxic contract today. Stop acting like a slave in your father's house. You are the rightful heir to a massive spiritual estate. A petitioner stands at a counter and endlessly bargains. An heir walks through the door and simply receives what is already theirs. The magnificent inheritance has already been deeded securely to your exact name. You do not need to fight for a seat at the table, because the bloodline covenant proves that you actually own the house. Step into your ultimate authority today. The enemy wants to keep you completely blind to this incredible truth. He wants you to stay exhausted on the floor. He desperately hopes you will keep reciting your long list of failures, instead of standing up tall to declare your royal victory over the darkness. He is terrified of the moment you finally realize your true spiritual identity, because a chosen one who knows their true worth becomes an absolute nightmare for the Dark Kingdom. They can no longer be manipulated by cheap fear. You are incredibly dangerous to his plans. I command the heavy chains of unworthiness to fall off your mind right now. You are not the broken mistakes of your past season. You are not the cruel words that toxic people spoke over your life in the dark. Let the heavy armor of your painful survival mode fall directly to the ground. You carried that defensive shield for way too long, and it is finally time to let heaven fight the remaining battles for you. The fierce battle for your self-worth is already won in the unseen realm. Wash your tired face. Put on your royal garments. Do you feel the heavy spiritual fog lifting from your weary eyes? The profound clarity of the Chosen One is returning to your spirit right now. You are suddenly seeing the battlefield from a much higher elevation. The things that used to terrify your heart are shrinking rapidly, because the glorious light of your new season is exposing every hidden shadow. The toxic people who tried to destroy your peace have completely lost their voices. You are standing on the peak of your holy mountain today. The view from up here is magnificent. You are absolutely safe. This is the defining moment of your entire journey. You are no longer the exhausted survivor crawling through the bitter wilderness. You are the victorious conqueror, stepping boldly into the promised land. All the silent tears you cried in the dark have been collected, and heaven has transformed them into a massive wave of pure financial abundance. The heavy doors of opportunity are swinging wide open for your family line. The generational curse of poverty is officially broken forever. Your bloodline is completely free from the lack. Prepare your heart for the ultimate breakthrough. The incredible wealth transfer I promised you is no longer a distant dream. It is manifesting in your physical reality right now. But you must be entirely ready to receive it with wide open hands. You must drop the heavy bags of doubt, because you cannot carry the old fear into the beautiful mansion I have built for you. I am about to seal this profound covenant with you. Listen very closely to the next holy instruction. It will secure your massive blessing forever. You came into this moment feeling like a terrified beggar. You thought my silence meant a cruel punishment, but the thick fog has finally lifted from your mind. You know the absolute truth of heaven today. You are the rightful heir, and the heavy vault is officially open for your family. The intense anxiety that gripped your chest has been washed away by my profound peace. Stand up tall and square your weary shoulders. The transactional religion that taught you to grovel is permanently over. You are the ultimate cycle breaker of your entire family. You are no longer the exhausted survivor crawling through the dark. The magnificent inheritance is deeded securely to your exact name, and you do not have to beg for a single drop of what I freely give. The heavy burden of the seer is lifting off your chest right now. You do not have to absorb the toxic pain of the world anymore. I am placing a holy boundary around your highly sensitive spirit. Every single one of your tears is dried. Your weary and heavy soul is completely restored today. The adversary completely failed to destroy your mind, because he could never break my divine seal. You are officially crossing the threshold into your arrival season. Look at the incredible landscape of your new reality. The doors of massive financial provision are swinging wide open for you. The painful delays are completely canceled right now. The massive spiritual roadblocks are completely shattered today. Everything you lost is being returned to you with massive supernatural interest, and your enemies will watch you prosper safely. The wealth of the wicked is being rapidly transferred into your clean hands. I deeply trust you with this massive blessing. I know your pure heart will use this abundance to heal your broken family line. You will build entirely new foundations for them. You will feed the hungry people around you. You will never have to stare at a stack of unpaid bills in the dark again, because the cycle of poverty ends today. Breathe in this beautiful and profound peace today. Feel the heavy armor falling off your tired back. The fierce battle for your destiny is already won in the unseen realm. You do not need to fight the dark shadows anymore. You are simply stepping into the glorious light of your fully authorized arrival season, because the massive wealth is finally yours, and true heirs always know exactly how to honor the sacred altar. This sanctuary has bound your deep wounds today. The living word has restored your shattered confidence. You finally know your high value right now. You know you are the chosen spiritual elite. If your intuition completely agrees with this powerful shift, you must take a physical action to seal this holy covenant. A physical seed planted in faith proves that you truly believe the massive harvest is coming. I am inviting you to honor the altar today. Kindly plant a financial seed through the super thanks button below this message. This is not a desperate plea for your money. It is a profound spiritual decree of your absolute trust. When you give from a place of pure peace, you unlock the massive law of heavenly multiplication for your entire bloodline. You tell the adversary that you are no longer operating in the toxic energy of lack. Do not let fear stop you from making this bold move. The enemy will whisper that you cannot afford to be generous right now. He wants you to clutch your resources tightly in pure panic. But heaven operates on a completely different economy. The moment you release your seed in faith, you activate an unstoppable flow of divine provision that will absolutely flood your bank accounts this month. Step boldly into your divine authority right now. Click the super thanks button and give whatever your restored spirit guides you to give. Your financial sacrifice is the final key turning securely in the lock. The heavy vault of heaven is officially open. The angels of wealth are being dispatched to your exact location right now, and they are bringing the massive miracle you have been waiting for. Now let the intense energy settle completely. Pause exactly where you are right now. Do not rush to the next thought. The massive shift has already occurred in the unseen spiritual realm, and now your physical body needs to safely catch up. Close your tired eyes for just a moment if you can. The dark battle is officially over today. Unclench your tight jaw. Drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your heavy shoulders fall down completely. You have been carrying the massive weight of the entire world for so long. The constant physical bracing has left you completely exhausted, but you do not need to hold up the heavy sky anymore. Let it go. Take one very slow and deep breath in. Hold it right there in your chest. Now exhale the heavy anxiety very slowly. Feel the incredibly warm peace of heaven washing over your tired mind. The toxic adrenaline of your long survival mode is finally draining out of your weary body, and you are entirely safe in this holy room tonight. Place your hand gently over your beating heart. Feel the steady rhythm of your own life. That beautiful heartbeat is the exact physical proof of your incredible resilience. The enemy tried relentlessly to crush your spirit, but your strong heart is still beating today. You survived the absolutely darkest valley, and you emerged victorious. Notice the quiet stillness wrapping around you now. The loud voices of doubt and fear are completely silenced. The heavy fog of confusion has totally evaporated from your clear mind. This profound emptiness is not a dark void. It is the sacred space where your massive new blessings will finally be deposited. Embrace the calm. Do not try to figure out the next complex steps. You do not need to overthink the divine plan anymore. Your only job right now is to simply exist in this beautiful peace. The angels of heaven are already arranging the perfect details of your physical tomorrow while you rest securely in the loving arms of your Father today. Let this deep peace anchor deeply into your bones. Every single cell in your body is healing right now. The deep wounds of betrayal and massive injustice are closing completely. The heavy scars will only serve as a powerful reminder of your supreme strength, because the pain will never control your bright future again. You are completely grounded in the absolute truth of heaven. The fierce storms of life may blow violently around you, but your deep roots are firmly planted in the solid rock. The adversary can absolutely never uproot you again. You are standing firmly in the massive authority of the true air. Breathe in that ultimate power once more. Release the last tiny bit of hidden tension from your hands. Open your palms gently toward the bright sky. This is the exact physical posture of a righteous receiver. You are no longer holding on to the broken pieces of your painful past. Your hands are entirely empty and completely ready to hold the massive wealth of your new season. Stay in this beautiful stillness for as long as you need. Do not let the loud world rush you out of this profound healing moment. Your spirit has finally found its true home today. The intense exhaustion is melting away into absolute pure joy. You are deeply loved, fiercely protected, and perfectly aligned with the heart of heaven. Let every muscle in your tired back relax completely. You do not have to carry the heavy burdens of your broken family anymore. The generational curse is permanently lifted off your weary shoulders today, and you can finally walk with your head held incredibly high into the beautiful promised land. You are completely free from the bitter past. The massive shift is now fully integrated into your physical reality. You will sleep so incredibly well tonight. The heavy nightmares are totally canceled, and the sweet dreams of your bright destiny will fill your quiet mind. Wake up tomorrow with a completely renewed strength. The beautiful morning of your harvest has finally arrived. The heavy season of isolation is completely breaking off your life right now. You are standing securely on the incredibly solid ground of your new spiritual reality. But heaven always works through profound human connection. The Father blesses the true heir so they can become a massive blessing to the broken world around them. You are the bright beacon of light. There is someone in your phone contacts right now who is staring blindly at their screen. They are absolutely terrified of their unpaid bills, just like you were before you found this sanctuary. They are crying out for a desperately needed lifeline in the dark, and heaven is asking you to be their quiet rescue today. You hold the powerful key to their restored peace. You must use your hands to deliver this ultimate rescue right now. When you share this exact message with them, you set the massive law of heavenly multiplication into motion. Pass this prophetic word to them today. Share it to completely save a weary soul tonight. Watch how quickly your own harvest multiplies when you become the answer to their quiet prayer. Your spiritual breakthrough is fully authorized and perfectly secure in the heavenly realm. The dark enemy can never steal what the Father has personally signed over to you. But there is one final physical key you must use to lock the heavy vault. You must physically align your human body with the ultimate truth of your royal identity. You must claim it openly. Write 777 in the comments below to officially seal this profound word. Leave your holy decree as the very first stroke of an acknowledgement signed by a true heir. Declare your perfect provision today. When you type those numbers, you are serving an official eviction notice to the spirit of poverty. You are taking back your stolen territory. The desperate adversary will definitely try to steal your deep peace when you wake up tomorrow. He will aggressively attempt to block the next prophetic instruction from reaching your eyes. You must fiercely protect your holy feed from his dark and relentless interference. You need to keep this protective shield active over your newly restored mind. Do not leave the gate unlocked. Subscribe to this quiet sanctuary so tomorrow's word reaches you before the old habit of the enemy returns. Secure your direct connection to the altar right now. Heaven will continue to speak specific strategies into your life, and you must be completely ready to receive them without any delay. Do not let the loud world drown out my still and small voice. Every single act of obedience you take today ripples violently through the dark kingdom. When you engage with this holy covenant, you are not just interacting with a screen. You are actively building a massive spiritual wall around your finances. The enemy watches your bold faith. and he absolutely trembles in total defeat. You hold the ultimate power. You are no longer wandering blindly through the cold and confusing wilderness. You are the ultimate cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The magnificent inheritance is already deeded to your exact name, and heaven is aggressively clearing the path for your grand arrival. Walk into this new chapter with your head held incredibly high. The heavy chains are permanently gone. Your days of anxiously calculating numbers in the dark are permanently over. The divine provision will flow into your life from unexpected directions. New relationships are being orchestrated right now to elevate your calling. The Father is placing your exact name into the minds of people who hold massive resources for your vision. You are perfectly aligned. The world will look at your rapid elevation and wonder how you survived the crushing pressure. They will marvel at the absolute favor resting heavily on your life. And you will simply smile, because you know the fierce battle was won entirely in the unseen realm. You trusted the silence of the Father, and He delivered you perfectly. You are the chosen elite. Take one final deep breath in this sacred space. Hold the warm peace securely in your chest for a moment. Exhale everything that does not belong to your glorious future. The heavy doors are officially open for your family. Step quietly into your profound rest today. The angels are actively watching over your life right now. You are completely safe and deeply loved.